Welcome to Good Morning Bouncing. My name is Susan Churchill. I am a certified trainer, practice group leader, wonderful, happy person today. And why? Because it's Good Morning Bouncing. I'm here with you, and we're going to start another beautiful day. So let's bring in grateful abundance. We're grateful for abundance, and we're bringing in abundant gratefulness. How does that feel? Let's start right away. Feet shoulder hip distance apart, bend our knees, elbows out, fingers open, smile on our face, tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. Feel your feet with roots going down into the earth. Feel your spine going up, 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 and you're stretched between heaven and earth, and it feels so good. And you say good morning to the day. Let your shoulders come down. Let yourself feel the connection from the universe coming down like light through your head, on your shoulders. You can feel it, the warmth going through your body, traveling through your body, releasing extra energy you no longer need as something beautiful like butterflies. And then feeling happy, we start to bounce from the knees. Hi Lynn, hi Christine, hi June, hi Pam. How's everybody today? Good to see you here, each and every one of you. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. We're bringing in grateful, thankful abundance. And when we bounce, we're waking up our chi. We're getting it flowing. I did not want to get up this morning. I got on my coziest sweatshirt. I mean, I did want to get up, but I was up really late last night working on something for a client. And so I could use a little bit more sleep. But guess what? It's time to get up. It's time to bounce. So let's just do it, and let's be happy about it. All right, I'm going to turn the timer on. We're going to put our hands up in the air. And we're going to bounce for 5 minutes with our hands up in the air to live to 100. Yes, last night, Master Lynn on Healing Connection was talking about sadness and feeling sadness. And sometimes you feel sadness for no reason. But then, and he's had experiences with that where he'll feel some great sadness, and then the next day, there'll be something in the news. So he's being so sensitive to the energy around him, to the energy of our world. And so you may have experiences just like that, where it's like, well, I don't know why, I'm just down. And then maybe there will be some kind of, you might think, coincidence. Hi, Marlene. So we're going to bring in thankful abundance and just have that in front of our day. So whatever's going on today, abundantly grateful for it. I'm abundantly grateful for everything I got done yesterday. I was working like a crazy person yesterday, realizing, oh my gosh, it's only 5 days before my daughter's birthday. And we haven't got cards out or anything. She's in Florida. So actually, my son was just down here a few minutes ago. saying, oh my gosh, we didn't do cards. I said, I know. So he's in charge of finding cards from our card box. And helping us to do that for her. So stuff comes up, right? Like the holidays are coming up really fast. Ooh, just posted yesterday. We don't have the registration link yet, but if you're available on Sunday at 2 o'clock Central, my friend Lorraine and I are going to do a second Unstress Your Holidays. So there you go. Good for me too. And it was fun the first time, so we're going to do it again, but we're doing it different. We've got different movements, we have different advice, and so come join us for about an hour, and that'll be fun. And it's all about release, relax, enjoy. Hi Dorothy, hi Shelby, hi Martha, hi Yipeng. Hello, hello, hello. So that's coming up. I'm still offering my sessions of Holiday Ease. If you know of anybody who would like some coaching, also what I can do is just my energy body sketches, which I'm changing the name to be body portrait sessions. And some of you have had those, and if you've given me your results, I'm going to organize that and put them on little posts and stuff so people can see how they've affected everybody. But basically I go and I get a snapshot. I feel your energy, and I draw it with markers, and then at the same time it becomes a healing, like if you've had chi healing done on you, or if you've done sword fingers, you kind of understand the feeling about it. So I'm doing those, separately too. And if that's something that, someone who might be interested, send them my way. Let's go hands down. And we open up the spine. So let's do this a little longer today. And feel your feet. Are your feet still feeling quite grounded? How's your spine staying upright? Does it feel like you're wobbling all over the place? Or that, yeah, you got it, just kind of like a toy going around? Or those wheelie chairs. I love this because whatever we do, I always end up, hi Earth Haven. I always end up coming up with some picture from my childhood, and now that was a wooden office chair with the big rollers, with the really big rollers on them. Probably my dad's. I'm not exactly sure where I am seeing that. So, all right. So that was our bouncing, and I want you to just close your eyes, take a breath in, and feel, are your insides still bouncing? Is your chi still moving around? Can you feel it? Little pops of it waking up. Hi, Isabel. Tuck your chin in, tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth, behind the front teeth, and let's just go ahead and bring up energy from the earth and feel how it goes through you so easily and out, and then coming down from the universe through you. Can you feel yourself really being clear, like you're a crystal container? Let's just let the chi come up through the body and down through the body. Let's do that again. This is fun. And just feel the renewing. You're renewing yourself. Awesome. Beautiful. All right, let's tap. Open up the front channel. Beginning of the eyebrows. Cup the top of the head. Cup the base of the head. Come down and feel that C7 and give it a little massage. See if it feels very tight. You want to stay here longer. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And we'll stimulate the heart by clapping. Come to the inside of the left elbow, right side, underarm, left side, and the right. Window of the lungs, right side. Let's do this 2 more sets. Inside elbows. And this is really good. So, and now even for me, because I was up really late, right? Doing this helps to stimulate the heart and lungs, open up the lungs, get you to breathe deeper so you have more oxygen. Great way to wake up. And we're on our 3rd set. This is a great one to do in the winter time, or of course anytime the seasons are changing, or if you have anything going on, you know, cold. Let's do another one. Let's get that chi flowing. So Master Lin was talking about the sadness, like I was saying, but also was reviewing some of the things of the energy of 2026. So if you haven't got a chance to watch it yet, you can go on springforqigong.com and then up on the top, click around until you see one and it shows Chi Talk. There's all kinds of things. And click Chi Talk, and then that one will come up and you can watch it. It was about an hour and a half. It's a little longer than the regular Healing Connections. Cup. But it's really, really good. He goes and analyzes the feng shui of the year and then shows us how that affects the different people in the family. Isn't that wild? Tap your tailbone. And how you can put different colors or crystals or plants, symbols in different parts of your house to strengthen it, strengthen those family members. Reach around to the backs, both sides left, and talks about what direction is best to face while you're doing your practice, which actually I need to switch mine around again. I tend to move my little area around. I think most years it changes a little bit, so that way you're facing the direction that you get the most benefit from when you're doing your practice. Isn't that interesting? I know, I would have been like, what? So, okay, so that was all our tapping and cupping. We did our bouncing. Breathe in and out. Let's do a different breathing thing. Okay, let's go from our lower dantian and let's just feel it and see it and know. And even put your hands here right now. breathe in and out. And you can switch to breathing in and out through your nose if that works for you. And see if you can breathe from the center point where the lower dantian is. So about 3 inches behind the navel. And we're breathing in from that point out. So it kind of seems opposite, almost. But it's like that light in the lower dantian is, as we breathe in, is expanding out around us. And it's getting more and more intense because what we're doing is cultivating chi. And feel the light going through all the different parts of the body as you breathe in. So it's getting bigger, and then we breathe out, and then anything we no longer need, the energy breaks up and turns into something beautiful. Use your imagination and just let it, Disney sparkles, confetti, whatever you want, and release it out. And let's focus on that out breath. So let's do that a couple more times, breathing in and out. And focus on your out breath. And as you're breathing out, see if you can make fountains of confetti come out from every part of your body. Colorful light, smoke. Be one of those cartoons where the steam comes out of your ears. And notice when you do that, and you're like letting go of a lot, that next breath in is so much deeper and easier. Let's do this a few more times. Hi, Alicia. Focusing on the out breath, and it's really just shooting out. Now maybe you've got water cannons. And let's feel the breath and the light going through our head, through our eyes, as we breathe out. And you can breathe it in through those areas too. And then breathe it out and let that extend. And then just give a scan to your body and see if you can feel how much more aware you are of every part of your body. Okay, so that was awesome. So now we'll get into beginning of the universe position, our feet shoulder hip distance apart, bending our knees, elbows out, fingers open. Smile on your face, spine nice and straight. Tuck your tailbone, chin in a little bit, tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. And remember to say smile, which is start my internal love engine. Start my internal love engine. Let's stretch the fingers on purpose, stretch the toes on purpose, mega stretch, really knowing we're stimulating 12 meridians in the body, going deep, 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 deep. This also is really excellent, although uncomfortable, if you have arthritis, for opening up the channels and getting them moving. And then release the hands, release the toes. Feel how you're balanced on the ground. Are you in balance? Do you feel like you're not too far forward or too far back or to one side or the other? And just invite balance. And feel your energy body, which you might be able to feel more because we did that breathing exercise. You feel like you're one of those pumps, the bicycle pumps, and it's just so easy to pump and expand. And then we'll say the password. I am in the universe is in my body, the universe and I combine together. And allow yourself to realize you're not alone. You are always connected to that you came from, the divine. And that little piece of the divine, that's our soul, which is connected to this spirit, to this life. And all of them are connected to the one. Hi, Alicia. See how that changes things? How you breathe in easier and slower, and your shoulders sink down more, and your fingers tingle, and maybe you start getting more saliva in your mouth. You're like, wow, why am I salivating? That's one of the signs of being in between being and not being, in the Shen. Connect to what's most divine for you, and in these holidays, appreciate and feel the lifting of the universe, the feeling, of humanity and the earth. And let's bring it in more and more and more, because there's so much suffering there. And you know Master Lin's intention of a healer in every home and a world without pain and suffering. So if you can hold that, if you can bring that in, if you can be that for a second or two or longer every day, you are doing the work. You're doing the heavy lifting. And ask for what you want. Clearing of all the pain and suffering, so our minds become clear, so our hearts are open, so our eyes are softened, and we see the divinity in each other, in everything, in the objects we have around us. And we're going to do Connecting Heaven and Earth. So Connecting Heaven and Earth is the third movement from Master Lin's 5-element healing practice. And what we do is we just bring our hands up over our heads. So I'm going to stand a little further back. And then you bring your hands up from both sides, and they're up over your head like you're holding a giant beach ball. I've run out of room. Breathe in through the nose and bend at the knees. Breathe out through the mouth and release. So you're gonna bend when you breathe in, and you're gonna straighten when you breathe out. And I just want to put my timer on. Okay, good. We're gonna do 3.5 minutes. So our feet are grounded. We're slowly lowering our body from the knees as we breathe in, and our focus is on the connection between heaven and earth. And guess what? We are that connection. We straighten back up as we breathe out. Now you're doing this very gently. We're going to continue to have a little bend in the knees throughout, so we will not lock them. And we have our hands up and arms up gently. And if you need to have them here, down a little more, one up, one down, bring them up and down throughout our few minutes. That's perfect too. So no worries there. And we bring in the color of yellow. So feel it coming in. And with that yellow comes this feeling of peace. And let's slow down a little and see if we can experience it. What does peace feel like? I'm getting the picture of laying on a lounger, floaty lounger in a pool. That could be very peaceful. Or from my childhood, I'd get up super early with my dad. I was the only one who liked to get up early, and we'd go fishing. So I would be in charge of the tackle boxes and the cushions. And then we go out, and it was so quiet. The peacefulness of the little boat moving slowly. It's never anything fast. Slowly. And then picking a spot and just shutting off the motor and just kind of gliding in. Maybe hearing the loon across the lake saying, well, you guys are up early this morning. And then getting your fishing rod ready and doing that cast. I love the sound of the cast. And then the plunk as it goes in the water. And the reeling sound. So peaceful. As you're sitting there, slowly the sky changes the color as the sun starts to come up. And most of the time we didn't catch any fish, we just sat there. So my father really taught me how to connect with nature to bring peace. Let's take our hands down both sides. Can you feel as you bring your hands down, like your arms are moving through this pudding or jello, and it's light and it's vibration, and you can feel it and feel how alive you are in this moment. All right, beautiful. Awesome. Okay, so let's just rub. We'll focus on the lower dantian because we want to bring all that beautiful chi that we just cultivated in for ourselves for our day. So bring it all in, feel like maybe golden, like the yellow for peace, and then spin, 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 spin. And you just see it spinning faster and faster, getting smaller and brighter, smaller and brighter, smaller and brighter. And it turns into a tiny little energy pill, which feels like a cute peace sign that's inside a globe. And then we'll let it tuck deep behind the navel. Rub our hands together and rub our face. And I'll remind you of one thing that's really good to do if you, like me, stayed up too long and were on the computer too much in front of that screen. Rub your hands together and then place them over your eyes like this and allow the feeling of green light to come in. Eyes are part of the liver system, so allow you to do that on your own as we take one 10,000 hand breath in, so welcoming this new day and all the surprises and all the thankful abundance that comes in your day. As we bring it in and we say thank you, thank you, thank you. I send you many, many blessings and look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. All right, take care. Bye.